this.
Speak freely.
But it's all, there's another deep meaning connection to the next one for me, which would be really cool to bring to life.
So, speaking of the continuation of the journey, obviously, to the extent that you're able to, if we go back to Far From Home and the stingers, the end, the mid, the post-credit sequences, one of the colossal things that happened, obviously, is like, our guy Peter Parker, our guy Spider-Man, who's just trying to swing around the city, go on a date, have fun, be a kid, and then his identity is revealed to the entire world.
Yeah.
Tough break.
That was like when I got cast as Spider-Man. It was like the same feeling.
And you said before you found out on Instagram before you were even officially informed,
Yeah.
right? So similar there too, the power of social media. So what is that going to be like for Peter, and then what is that going to be like for you as a performer to change the way you play the character after he has this entire new aspect of his world to consider?
I can't talk about that.
We had to try.
Yeah, well done. I appreciate the effort, but I've got so good at this now. I'll give you nothing.
Do we have any lip readers in the audience?
One of the really great things about these movies is how many different genres get blended into one. And just even over the course of the movies that you appeared in, it's like high school comedy, rom-com, sci-fi, action adventure. What's that like getting to, blend all these genres into one role?
Yeah, it's really cool actually. It's really cool. It's so funny though how comedy is so much harder than drama. Because you could be doing a scene on set and you're like, guys, this is super funny. Everyone's gonna love this. And then you get to the premiere and it's like, that didn't land. So it's funny, like you watch the films, the things you never thought would be funny are funny, and then the stuff that you thought was funny is always not. Like, you know the scene in Far From Home when I call the drone on the bus?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was supposed to be like a really serious scene. And everyone was like laughing at the cinema.
Yes.
That was my favorite moment to shoot in the history of my career. I love Tony Revolori so much, but slapping him was really fun.
Is that what we're like? I'm just gonna need another take. Actually, let's
Yeah, I didn't feel like I got it.
one more time.
Wow! One time, we weren't actually slapping him, obviously, but one time I did accidentally just kind of brush his nose a little bit. It was good.
Which of those, like Jason said, all those different genres, all the different type of acting and type of film work that you've gotten to do just within the confines of this experience, is there a type of genre that you've enjoyed doing the most? And is there one that you'd like to get to experience a little more that you maybe haven't gotten to do as much of?
That's a good question.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's just me stalling to figure out what to say.
Take your time. We're up here with you, man.
I think the best work I've ever done in any film is the scene with Favreau and I on the plane, and that's such a pivotal moment for the three films that we're making, or two films we've made, one film that we're making. I don't really know how to describe it without giving stuff away. Really trying hard here. I'm doing a film with the Russo brothers.
Cheering.
And that's a film where I'm going to get to explore emotions and stuff that I've never experienced before in life. I'm trying to lose weight and get really, really skinny, which isn't working, because I love pizza. Pizza's great. It doesn't touch us. No, I will get there eventually. I've got 6 weeks, and I've booked in a boot camp.
Oh my.
But I've been running a lot recently, which is something I never do. And I've been like training really hard and trying to get skinny. And then the other day I was walking to the train station and just fell over. I just had a moment. I don't know what happened to me. I just was on the floor like,
Oh no.
what just happened? And I honestly think I might have broken something in my foot. Like, no word of a lie. It might not look like it, but I feel like I need to go to the hospital is what I need to do.
That's a wrap.
Thank you, everybody.
Folks, we're going to take time to the hospital now. You should seek medical attention and get that looked at.
The movie you were just talking about is Cherry, which is an adaptation of the Nico Walker book.
And I sound like such a worse. My hands really hurt from punching stuff so hard. And he punched this like wooden. He's really tough. He beat me up for 2 hours essentially. Yeah.
Broken foot, painful stomach, sore
Stomach
hands.
was good though. Stomach was good. That was ages ago.
Shin.
Back in the day, shin's fine now.
I know.
Bullied in
Yeah.
school because you love to dance, and
Sure.
Peter, as a character, has been bullied. And something that a lot of people really cherish about comic books, fantasy stories, whatever it might be, is finding something in a character they love that feels so true to life. You might not have a superpower, but you understand that part of being a kid or growing up. So how have you brought your own experience in that respect to playing Peter, and conversely, or maybe symbiotically, how has that part of Peter impacted your life?
I think the amazing thing about Peter Parker for everyone is that he's the best friend that doesn't judge at all, and for me, it was a real privilege to get to play someone like that and share that kind of person with the world. I don't know, he taught me so much about just friendship and inclusion and happiness, and he goes through the craziest stuff in life, but he always comes out smiling. And for me, happiness and laughter is the most powerful part of anything that we do, and I just always convince myself and try to make myself enjoy everything that I'm doing. And he's just, without sounding corny, Peter Parker kind of feels like my best mate.
Yeah.
So I've learned so much from him, and the biggest lesson I've learned from him is anything you do for someone else is way better, that makes no sense, way better than doing something for yourself. So he's the most selfless person, and learning from someone like that, and the world has learned from him too, as much as I have, that, being selfish isn't something you should be. So for me, working with Sam Jackson and Jake Gyllenhaal, I've always said, every interview, if you could work with anyone, who would you work with? I've always said Jake Gyllenhaal, and now he's one of my best buds. So it's been a really, really crazy ride, and I'm so lucky at the age of 23 that I've got to work with all the people I've wanted to work with, and I just look forward to the future and to find out who else I get to share the screen with.
Is there a particular lesson, either as an actor or just a person in the world, that you've learned from one of them that really sticks with you most, or?
I think one of the most amazing things I've learned is Robert Downey Jr. is probably the biggest movie star on the planet, right? And he's also the nicest, most professional, most hardworking guy ever. Which is nice to see someone be at the top of the game and not be a dick.
Yeah.
He's on set, he knows every crew member's name, he's always on time, he works really hard, he knows his lines, and he just is an absolute stand-up, super nice guy, and to see someone be at the top and be a nice guy is really, really special.
And then, that's awesome. The actors, obviously, those are people that we all have the pleasure of getting to see, and to the extent that it's possible, learning about and getting familiar with. But then part of what's amazing about these movies is that it's such a colossal machine. There's so many people who are working tirelessly behind the scenes in various different capacities to make this happen. So what about all those people that you've gotten to work with too? Is there something that you've learned from them that really sticks with you, or how has being exposed at such a young age to that level of movie making changed how you think about or understand the industry?
It definitely spoils you. It definitely does, because you get the chance to work with the best of the best. We're working on these film sets, there's 500 people on set, and then you go to a small indie people, and then there's 20 people on set.
Right.
And you're like, where is everybody? And then, when we shot that wedding scene, there was 60 trailers. I've never seen anything like it. And we were in this base camp, there was 60 trailers, and then just by coincidence, 2 years later, I did another film, a much smaller film, and we used the same base camp. There was one trailer. One trailer. I went from 60 to 1. I didn't have 60 trailers, that'd be ridiculous. It was for everyone. But it's really interesting to see the way different films are made, but no film is made like these Marvel Sony movies.
Yeah.
I mean, they are an absolute behemoth, and we get to work with the best of the best. The stunt crew that I work with, George Cottle's team, they are hands down the greatest. Like, they can do anything, and they do it safely, which my mum loves. On the first film, do you remember the sequence in the first film where I'm chasing the guys through the neighborhood and I'm like flipping on the roof? So that night, I was in the suit for like 11 hours or something like that. And it was my first movie, and I didn't want to take off the suit. I wanted everyone to know I was a trooper. And then I told my mum, I had a really tough day today, Mom. I was in the suit for 11 hours. And then the next day, Eric Carroll, the producer, was like, hey man, how are your kidneys? Fine. I don't know. Why? He was like, well, your mom called. He was like, we need to make sure we give you frequent toilet breaks. I rang my mom, I was like, Mom, thank you so much. I do need frequent toilet breaks.
Oh my god.
I love you slipping in and out of American accent here. What is the secret? What is the secret to a great even American accent?
Well, I think it's different for us in England because we watch American TV and listen to American music and watch American films. Like, we're surrounded by the accent.
Right.
All our lives, really. But I have a dialect coach called Rick Lipton who I've worked with for nearly 10 years. And, you know, we just basically go through it scene by scene and we practice it and we practice it. And the thing that I find most difficult is doing the accent when I improvise. So the scene in the first film where I'm with Mr. Delmar and I'm buying my sandwich, that was like supposed to just be, hey, what's up, Mr. Delmar, number 4, please. And then it became this whole scene where he was like, how's your aunt? And then I was like, how's your daughter? And all this kind of stuff. And I did the whole scene from like London, straight up like southwest London. I don't know what happened to my accent. I guess Rick wasn't there that day. So we really work hard at like improvising in an accent.
Well, you know, now that Peter's identity has been revealed, he's going to need all sorts of new covers. Maybe you bring your natural accent
Maybe,
into
yeah.
the films.
Just
a little
doing British
easier on
next
set.
time.
You got a cover?
MJ! That was American, sorry.
You'll find it. You'll find it. So, Endgame.
Yes. Whoa.
We don't even really have, like, the English language does not give us the capacity to properly describe how this shattered box office records.
Yeah.
But it shattered them.
It really did, yeah.
It, in a way, shattered them to an extent that it almost like redefines what feels possible from a blockbuster movie. So does that feel to you like the culmination of something? This was the end point in this saga that we marched up to and every single person in the world wanted to be a part of it? Or does it feel like a recalibration, like we're entering a new era and this kind of event is going to be, if not the standard, then at least something we see moving forward?
I don't know the answer to that question. Yeah, wow, I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
let me ask it maybe a different way that doesn't ask you to like suddenly have an economics degree.
I don't have any sort of degree at all. I haven't been to school since I was 16.
The way that people...
That's not a cool thing, kids, by the way.
Stay in
School is an example. Stay in school.
Stay in school.
Do your homework. Listen to your mom. Walk out.
Listen to your moms, whether it's about school or your kidney health.
Yes, that's important.
Whatever it might be.
Frequent toilet breaks.
The way that people consume pop culture is changing. We have so much on offer all the time, and there's a lot of saturation. That's really exciting as a fan because you can find the thing that's right for you. Sometimes, though, it feels like the thing that brings us all together is maybe going to be increasingly rare. So as somebody who is a key part of making something that does bring people together, do you think that that's something that we can keep sustaining and that these will be movies that continue to bring the throngs and that we keep celebrating this for ages?
I mean, I hope so. It's making it harder and harder to make impactful stuff when there's so much stuff to watch.
Yeah.
I find myself now watching something for 10 minutes, and if I'm not gripped, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go watch something else.
Yeah.
And that, as a creative, makes it, I have to keep reminding myself, like, we got to make sure that we get people immediately to keep them throughout the film. Marvel have already done that with the soon as the Marvel logo's up, everyone's like, yeah, okay, we're in. We're watching it. So yeah, I hope so. I really do hope so. And I know with what we're going to do with the next Spidey movie, you guys will be in it because it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I really do hope so. But I think Avengers is a bit of an anomaly. I mean, I look forward to whoever tries to take on Avengers. James Cameron with Avatar 2, maybe. Some of the biggest movie stars in the world just sitting on the floor, looking up at this film that we were all in. And I was sitting next to Benedict Cumberbatch, and we were both very new to the MCU at this point, and both of us were like tearing up. I was like, dude, we're on stage. Don't cry. There's thousands of people watching us. But it was just such a sort of crazy moment to be sitting there with all of these people who I've grown up watching and grown up being a fan of, and sharing this moment with them and being sort of like accepted into this family. So it was pretty crazy. I think that was the most memorable moment.
Does that aspect of how just surreal the experience is ever fade, or is that just always with you?
No, it never fades. The day, like, shooting Endgame, like some of the battle sequences where, you know, all of us were in costume. Well, I wasn't in costume, I was in that stupid mocap suit. Everyone looked so cool. And then me, Mark, and Dom just looked really stupid. We called ourselves the Christmas Tree Boys because we would light up like every 20 minutes. I don't know why it would happen, but the suits would like glow green, and then we'd all like run together and like make a Christmas tree. And then we'd run off again. So yeah, it was we were pretty dumb.
We've asked you a lot about things that you have either an essential or a consequential real world challenge.
That is a serious question.
Yeah.
I really should have thought these questions through before I came out here. Again, I don't really know the answer to that. I mean, we just try and make sure that these films are an escape for people.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to go into watching a Marvel and Sony movie and think about what's going on in the outside world and then be reminded about it in the film. These films are an escape. These films are a place where people can go and come together from all different walks of life and enjoy a communal experience where everyone is happy and ultimately satisfied. So for us, it's all about taking everyone out of this crazy world that we live in at the moment and putting them into this new fantastic one with so much positivity and inclusion and diversity. And ultimately about, like, you know, everyone always tries to separate, like, us and the fans, but really it's a big family. I mean, the Marvel and Sony family doesn't stretch as far as us and the creatives. It stretches as far as us here and everywhere around the world. So it's bigger than our world's problems. It's more about the world's positivities, I guess.
You and your family run a charity called the Brothers Trust. It's an important part of your life. What would you like people here to know about the work that your trust does?
The Brothers Trust has been like the best part of playing Spider-Man because we've really managed to like find ways to make a difference in people's lives in a big way, and we only support charities that, you know, don't have a lot of exposure because we try and support people who really need the exposure. So, you know, we've done some amazing things and we've met some incredible people and we support charities all over the world, and we're really enjoying sort of trying to help people make a difference around the world, and however we do that in any small way, in any big way, it has been the most rewarding and special part of this whole process. And to anyone in this room who's helped us, contributed, thank you so much. It means the world to us. It's really the best.
Woo! How can people get involved if they're looking to? Website? Check out the Brothers Trust website.
On my Instagram, there's a link in it. Check it out. We have events all the time. We do screenings, Q&As, all sorts of stuff. You can come and meet me, come and meet my family, come and meet Tessa. She's always there. It's funny, I've had fans like come and meet me and breeze right past me and go to Tessa. She's a dog.
People love dogs, man. Love your pets. That's great. Okay, a few very quick rapid fire fun ones to end on here.
These are the ones I slip up on when I give spoilers away, the rapid fire ones.
Exactly. That's what we're counting on. Best MCU beard. Who has your favorite beard so far? There's some great ones in these movies.
It's got to be Thor in the last one. He's been amazing.
It's a good pick.
Yeah. And that was all stuck on. That was all like individual hairs stuck on.
My God.
It was intense. Yeah.
Wow, sounds like being in a suit for 11 hours with a kidney strained.
Yeah,
Each
but I would
individual
rather
hair.
do that than have yak hair stuck on my face for 6 hours of the day.
Now, look, we're journalists and we have responsibilities,
Oh no.
okay? And we cannot leave here today without asking what is on everybody's mind. Does Happy have a chance long term with Aunt May?
Yeah.
Of course.
That was so funny shooting that scene. That was a reshoot. That was the last thing we shot for the film when I'm like, the line is something like, I can't remember the line. But I say, are you dating? And then when they, blah, 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 blah. Favreau just improvised for like 10 minutes. And I'm so glad the camera was on my back because I was crying. He's the best. I love him. Has anyone seen I'm sure everyone's seen The Lion King. Isn't it just the best?
Yeah.
I was blown away. I honestly felt like David Attenborough was going to come on and start speaking. It's amazing.
Well, Tom Holland, this has been really, really fun. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Cheer for Tom Holland.